We're back. The farm's live.
Yeah,
I'm trapped. I'm at the beach, so
our
if we're
goal is to
back.
never miss a day. We obviously missed
Yeah.
Father's Day. We both have a couple of youngins, so we wanted to spend the day with them. I thought about jumping on and doing a stream, but I really didn't want to take away from the time with the kiddos.
It would have been useless anyways, though, because I don't think it was. I don't think it was a good slate. Was it a good slate for you
No,
yesterday?
no, no, no. Just yesterday, we're talking about, we like to do the best ball Saturday,
Oh
best ball
yeah,
weekend,
yeah,
and
good
I
point.
want to jump on and do streams. And really, our goal with this is not for any monetary value, just for the love of the game. We really
Yeah.
do love doing this. So we'll try to do this every day going forward, especially as we gear up for NFL. So yeah, I'm excited to jump on this site. I really like it a lot. I was telling you before we jumped on. Sometimes you get a feel in the air. What's that
I
smell?
mean,
When
dude,
you
I
smell it,
know
when you
there's
smell
nothing.
the rain's coming, the rain's
Yeah,
coming before it
dude,
rains.
I had to take in this the other day. Another thing is that's funny is the 22nd. I wonder if that has also played into your mind today. I think the
Probably,
22nd.
probably.
Probably, but like I thought about this the other day. I was thinking about like superstitions and things that like you're like, oh, if I win this, it's because this thing happened to me. I was like, dude, there's really no downside. It's like worst case scenario, it doesn't. You're like, fuck it, anyways. That's silly. I'm just being a silly, It's like, but if it does, you're like, dude, there was something. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
100% of the time that it works, right? You feel good
dude,
about it.
I take my daily vitamins of optimism. It's like you pull this little candy
Yeah,
out of your pocket. You're like,
yeah.
this is it.
Because
It's like,
dude, yeah, worst case scenario, like, Lady Faye just dude next time. It's like that's
yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't the sign you were looking for. It was a
Yeah,
sign.
exactly. So like, I don't know. That's the optimistic.
It's funny, you mentioned that, but like, when you won the 100K recently, you look back and the funny thing that happened there is that you had bets in tennis. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe you boost the bankroll with tennis bet and you did that. And then you won the 888. It's just like little things.
It was the muse. It was the muse. This, like, I built that team in the morning. I was like, this team is perfect. I just loved it. And I was like, even if I lose this bet, I'm still going to it's like, I'm still going to send $1,000 to myself to make that tournament happen. But, I don't know. That was, again, you didn't even know, like, the funny thing about that is, like, that wasn't a sweat. Like, we weren't even watching. We were at, like, a wedding rehearsal. So, like, we weren't paying attention. And it's just, like, we're all kind of like, oh, shit, I won. Which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, but let's not belabor the point. We got the flagship 111 on every Monday, 100K to first.
That's right.
Always a bridesmaid in these, never the bride. I've won the singles, but never captured this one. And this 100K is particularly challenging because it's such a large field.
This one's very hard.
There's a lot more players into and you can max it out, which we just generally don't do. I prefer the higher dollar stuff, to be honest with you, for getting some of that win equity there. But nevertheless, this is my day. It's my day to shine. It's going to happen here. As I watch Argentina try to score in the background there.
Yeah. I was like, I hope there's no copyright thing. I think if you can't hear the volume, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, no one.
Us and our 15 watchers are not.
That's true. I have to report myself.
Yeah. Like, how many people are watching? Just me and my brother.
God,
just us.
Guys, I've been reported. Oh, I thought oh my goodness, they almost scored. That goalkeeper just made a save. Was that Argentina?
Yeah, that was Argentina. Yeah.
Dude, remember that the guy who was Santiago from Argentina?
His knee sure was, but it doesn't really. It's funny. I remember. I think when Argentina won the World Cup, right? It was on PKs versus France. Yeah. What a fun World Cup this year. I have a nice parlay with Spain and winning it. It's going to win me a cool Chris 1.2. Obviously, Spain's not the last piece. Spain's the first piece. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, let's jump into the slate, man. I know some people have put in the chat, season long questions. Feel free to ask, and I'll give you the worst advice possible. But I think one guy asked, I don't know if he's listening today, but he asked, Corbin Carroll versus Wheeler straight up. And Corbin Carroll has been an absolute run since then. Wheeler had a decent start yesterday, but, I wanted to add to that point before we get in. If he does listen back to this, that just, man, if you just look at preseason value, let's say Wheeler's completely healthy. Corbin Carroll is still a round one. Is a round one guy, and Wheeler would never be. So just like even at Wheeler's best, it's not a better place than Corbin Carroll.
You don't want to victory lap it yet, like, because ultimately what it comes down to is like the final couple weeks of the season, like that, like, yeah, you want this guy to get you there, and like you rate it based off of like current production. But man, like if he sucks in the playoffs and like Wheeler shoves, and it's like,
but it doesn't really matter if he sucks. It's like use this kind of as a case study. He's like, okay, well, if Wheeler was completely healthy going into the season, where would he go in the draft? And maybe he's probably a top 4 receiver off the board. I mean, top four SB off the board. But he's not ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll is a round 1, round 2, like at the turn guy. So like for me, it's like 10 out of 10, you just go Corbin Carroll because the value is also there as well. So if someone's offering you that trade, you got to take it. Yeah, let's jump into the first game. Once again, following StatCast. In the future, if anyone's listening wants me to kind of follow what we're looking at, I'm happy to share it. For now, just, it's free. Feel free to click on them there, right? In a monkey brain, red is good, blue is bad. That's what you're looking at. But you want to dive deeper than that. And sometimes it's obviously a little bit more nuanced than what you're looking at. But that's the general theme. So you can follow that. But game 1, we have the Astros visiting the Blue Jays. We have Hunter Brown on the mound for the Stros and Dylan Cease on the mound for the Blue Jays. I really like Dylan Cease in this spot. This is obviously a pitcher game. From DFS, you don't want to play any bats in this game. There's no chance. But definitely like Cease a good bit in this spot. I could consider Brown as well, but obviously coming back, has 1 start in. I still want to have him a little bit more stretched out. Cease is he's got an electric strikeout rate. You want to pay for bats in this slate, but definitely Cease is in top 3 pitcher contention, even considering his price. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so my current build hasn't got me there, but I feel like objectively he's just a great play. I mean, Rogers Center's not a hitter's park really. I mean, it's like an okay park for bats. It's like I would say middle of the road, but Houston outside of Yoron and Isak, I feel like they're pretty they're pretty weak. I even can't the guy. I like Cam Smith, man, but he just is not it right now. He strikes out a lot. I mean, to be fair though, Yander Diaz is back, Pena's back. Now I'm talking myself out of Cease. Now that I think about it more clearly, it's dude, their team's actually a lot healthier. Pena and Altuve is also back. I mean, yeah, maybe. And now that I'm thinking, it's the top 6 is probably fairly strong. I like Yander Diaz a lot. He's a top 5 catcher offensively. So yeah, now I'm talking myself into not that I like Houston, but just maybe I'm not gonna play any Cease at all for that reason. I mean,
just let me add to one point. There's no pitcher with higher reps on the slate than Dylan Cease. If he brings his stuff, there's no pitcher that's has the same upside case for him. I mean, we could say a Gavin, but maybe not even Gavin. I think Cease just he has the potential to strike out 15 batters. And
that's fair. That's fair. That's a very good point. Again, maybe I'm just on the other side of that where I just feel that Houston lineup's good enough where not that it's the Mizorowski spot where he played the Braves, because the Houston Astros are not the Braves, but there is threat in the top of that lineup. And if Houston gets better, I mean, if Houston continues to get better and continues to play well and all, it's I just not gonna pitchers against them, man. I'm just not. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I stand. I think just gonna be a pass for Cease for me, and maybe a tournament team, I'll just throw Houston on there. I think that would be super contrarian, but I don't know if that's
not on this slate. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Whatever Taylor said is do not do that. Do not take the opposite of that. There's no reason to play against Cease on this slate. There's no case for it. Really.
The reason I talk myself, it's Jordan obviously you can play him any slate, but man, the rest of that Houston lineup is just healthier now. It's I do like a lot of those bad. I mean, dude, but it's so thin, man. That's a less than 1% outcome. That is a very thin play.
Yeah, because the odds that Houston on a slate like this puts up numbers you need to have against Cease is very rare, especially with a core slate.
Okay, but let me just
the opposite, American small park.
If Houston beats Milwaukee, you could just win with that one differential. If Houston outscores Milwaukee on a 5 to 3 man stack basis, I think it's just to me a phenomenal play. Dude, but I get what it's so thin. I do agree with that. Maybe just do not get. Right now I have 5 Milwaukee, so I feel Milwaukee's still the A side for me. But I don't know. I'm talking myself into some contrarian Houston stack here. Against
no reason to do that. Don't do it on the 111. I won't. But yeah, I think we wasted enough oxygen in this game. It's pitchers or pass. Tell them to play the bats. But I would say don't do that. Don't get too tricky. Let's go to the next game. And I really just don't want to touch too much on this game. It's the Cubs versus the Mets. We have Senga, obviously, for the Mets and Shota for the Cubs. But the problem in this game looks like there's weather. It's a potential PPD for sure. So that being said, I mean, if you want to add anything quickly, that's fine. I'd rather pick on Senga, to be honest. But this is a pitcher's park. Both guys are comfortably average pitchers at best right now. Shota's obviously a little bit better than Kodai. Kodai has problems. These are widely noted, but for me, it's just gonna be a pass game. Anything with potential weather, and it looks like it's likely PPD. I'm just not gonna play.
I agree. Yeah, I think you don't need to add anything from this game. Let's just move to the next one.
Yeah, so let's go to. I really like this spot, and as most others will as well. We have the Brewers visiting Great American Small Park. We have Brady Singer on the mound, absolute gas can for the Reds. He's wiggled his way out of some starts recently. Not this time. The Brewers going to get to him. Really like the Brewers in the spot, up and down. Right, we want value, find the value, but I'm going to be playing guys like Jackson Churley on this spot, 100%.
Oh, I don't know who it was.
SCT.
It was.
It's always messy.
He's such a dog.
It's always messy for Argentina.
Yeah.
It's always messy. The guy, so he's playing the MLS and people think he's not good, but the guy's just the greatest of all time.
Like, it's like when he turns it on, he's unstoppable. Like, if he has the ball in, like, inside of 20 yards, 30 yards, like, he's just
they're not going to win the World Cup, though.
Are they just not deep enough?
They could, I suppose. They won the last, but they're not going to win. I don't think they're deep enough.
I think England's deep. Spain feels like the likely final to me. I think Spain is so deep, and guys like Jamal aren't even fully fit. Like they're so deep, and especially the middies. I mean, obviously Messi's amazing, but I think the matchup, Argentina's matchup versus Spain, is not a good matchup for Argentina. Yeah,
but that's soccer or football. Let's jump back to this game. Yeah, I just think don't even overthink this. Just play any Brewer you want to. Singer's not good. Yeah. I mean, you want to focus on the guys that are actually good hitters, but you can play anyone in this lineup. I have a TBD on the mound for the Brewers. I think it's Woodruff coming back.
I see Woodruff.
So for me, I do like the bet of the Brewers here. I think Woodruff's a good pitcher. I think they're minus 150 range. Definitely lay that as a bet. But for me, it's the Brewers from DFS and nothing from the Red side.
Yeah, I love the Brewers side. They're like they're the number one stack on the slate. I think even including Coors, I'll put them as the number one stack on the slate. Where I feel like, so to me, it's like I love Milwaukee. Like I kind of like some of the cheap lefties. South Philly doesn't have a lot of power, but I still like him in this park. I feel like he could gobble up a couple of hits, a couple stolen bases potentially. They let him run. Garrett Mitchell, another lefty I like. Bryce Trank's probably my favorite. He's expensive though, but like I think there's a way you can stack the team up pretty affordably, honestly. So I like it a lot. And I mean, you have Andrew Vaughn and Bowers. I think Bowers is just probably the better play straight up, but like cost adjusted, maybe Vaughn, like you throw him on the line. But I think Milwaukee here the whole way. I'm not interested in the Reds right now. I think the Reds offense is a little bit shaky, and there's just issues with injuries. And like, I mean, I play them occasionally when like I need value on the slate. I guess you could here with like a Woodruff coming back, but like, yeah, I think Milwaukee's bullpen's good. I think this could be like a 12-2 game where you just want the one side.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. Well, let's move on to the next game. I think there might be a sneaky pitcher in this game. We have the Dodgers visiting the Twins. Eric Lauer on the mound for the Dodgers, and for the Twins we have Zebby Matthews. And by interesting pitcher, I mean Eric Lauer, who's absolutely horrible. But you know my feelings against the Twins. The problem here is the Twins have been mashing right-handed pitch. I'm left-handed pitching, and this is another lefty that's not very good. No. So could the Twins be sneaky potentially? I just think Lauer. He's shown in the past to have a couple of spike strikeout performances. So would I be shocked if Eric Lauer put up 15 to 20 points in this spot? I would not. So he's on the short list of like value pitchers. There's just not a lot of good options here. I know Zebby Matthews has pedigree. I'm not playing anyone against the Dodgers. I'm playing that very infrequently. So for me, it's going to be a pass there. I still don't want to stack against him necessarily with all the good options because you're really paying a premium for the Dodgers. So for me, there's one play in this game, and that's with like small amount of exposure, and that's going to be Eric Lauer. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, earlier today you told me this. You're like, I hate your SP2s. And you may have just sold me on Mr. Eric Lauer. Like there was pedigree at one point, right, Dylan? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not just pedigree. He's had pedigree, and his underlines aren't great, but the guy does have these weird performances. You go over his game log, and it's hard to do this, but over the past few seasons, he's had games where he has double-digit strikeouts. It just like kind of come out of nowhere, and we know the Twins do strike out.
How stretched out is he? How stretched out?
He's stretched out plenty. He's plenty. Okay. He's been working as a starter. It's not an issue there. The thing is, for me, the biggest concern is just the Twins against left-handed pitching have been nuts. I mean, Byron Buxton's been amazing. I mean, obviously he's amazing, right? He's just a great batter when he's healthy, and he's been great this season. So I just don't know if I want to do that in this spot. In most of my initial builds, it's going to be Cease and then a higher end option. But if I need value, like I said, to get some of these bigger bats in, definitely gonna look at Lauer. I know there's risk there, but for me,
what's the price?
I think he's low sixes. I'll just double check, but I think he's low sixes.
I mean, at that cost, like I am, maybe you've convinced me. So I'm like, is Merrill Kelly a worse play than him? Probably, right? It's tough. Like I like Minnesota less, so like I think probably yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about a guy. See, this is my thoughts, but we'll talk about a guy in the 8Ks later on. That's probably my favorite pitcher on the entire slate, cost adjusted. So I don't know if you need to go there. But Eric Lauer, 5-7. 5-7. Yeah,
I mean,
there's a clear option on the slate that I think I'd be shocked if he's not 30-40% owned. So when we get there, we'll jump on that. But yeah, anything else to add in this game? I know you're probably not playing Zebby.
No. I think Zebby against the Dodgers is too thin. Dodgers lineup's tough. I don't like playing pitchers against like good offenses. It just gets the streets can get pretty rough out there. That's not for me. Eric Lauer, somewhat interested now with this news that you're sharing with me.
I mean, don't take my word for it. The guy just like his underlyings aren't good. It's mostly like anecdotal, like that you see him having these performances occasionally. We know he's had some pedigree in the past, but he also gets himself into so much trouble.
You know where it is? And for me, it's like I just hate the Twins so much. Like any case against the Twins, I kind of want to take it.
The other day, I hated the Twins too, and I played Zach Gallen against them. They put up 16 runs, so buried immediately. Yeah, but let's move to the next game. We got Guardians visiting the White Sox. Another place to get bats for sure, and this is where you're going to find me as well. We have Big Rig, Gavin Williams on the mound for the Guardians, and then Anthony Kay, who's not very good on the mound for the White Sox. This is a spot where I do want to get some value bats as well. I'm torn on Gavin. I really like Gavin. The problem is the White Sox have been very pesky. I just don't know if I want to play that risk in this spot when there's a much better – I wouldn't say much better, but a much safer option later on that's a lot cheaper. So, I want to talk a little bit about the Guardians, though. Like, guys like obviously, we have platoon risk here, but guys like Rhys Hoskins, we could see him just taking K deep twice, and I really like that spot. But there's a lot of value here. Obviously, Jose's out, so that really hurts this lineup up and down. But I still like it because there is more value now. So definitely to see the
Guardians. Manzana been so good, dude. Like he's been unbelievable. He's
so good. Lefty and lefty doesn't matter to me.
I want to play him.
I'll
play Manzardo too. Manzardo's raking.
The guy rakes, but the problem is I'll always go Hoskins over Manzardo in the splits matchup here.
No, see, this is where I would be different though, because I do feel like with Manzardo, if Manzardo starts, he's gonna not get pulled. Hoskins could get pulled for a lefty if a righty comes in. So like Manzardo, if he starts against lefty, he won't get pulled because they're starting.
I don't know if that's going to happen now, mostly because of Jose out, and I think Rhys Hoskins, bare bones is still one of their best, 9 hitters. So I don't think he's going to come out right now. It really depends on where they play him on the diamond, to be honest with you. So maybe if there's one as DH, maybe it's likely. But even guys like Gabriel Arias, like I like his profile. The guy's super cheap. He's going to start filling in for Jose 2.6. Really like that value a whole lot. There's just so much value.
Brian Rocchio has actually been pretty good at the
Brian Rocchio. This value is just going to make whether it's Milwaukee
Stephen Kwan is hot garbage. The outfield is just
don't play Stephen Kwan. Don't play Stephen Kwan.
You can't play him right now. He's unplayable.
How much you know about Khalil Watson? I don't really know much about him, but I see him.
Does he fight? Because I've never heard this man.
I don't know if he's
no offense, Khalil. I'm sure.
Yeah, no one's also heard of Taylor, so don't take that person. But even like guys like David Fry, absolute platoon bat, but he's 2.9. So
I just can't. I think playing platoon bats, like once in a while it works, but that is super thin because it's even if the team scores 9 runs, 12 runs, they're just like, we'll throw a righty in a better matchup here for it's like that just that's tricky.
It's just a way to make the slate work, right? So David Fry could hit a home run in this platoon matchup easily. And just be valuable, right? And the outfield is replaceable, so don't take it if it's going to be high owned for sure. But for me, I do like the Guardians a whole bunch up and down the lineup. I'm trying to see where they fit in. They probably won't be my main 5 stack, to be honest with you, but I do like the spot a lot. As far as the White Sox go, I'm not going to play them. Although I do know there's Jekyll and Hyde performances out of our boy, ECU legend, Gav. But I just don't know if I want to play Gav in the spot against White Sox lineups. They've been pretty pesky. So for me, it's just going to be a pass. From the White Sox side, pass on Gav and just play the Guardians here.
Yeah. I mean, Jekyll and Hyde, this is the guy in DFS you play because he puts up 35 points or he could put up 3 points. Gavin Williams is the perfect I think from a fantasy sports perspective because especially daily because maybe in season long those spike performances hurt you. But man, I think in DFS is the perfect play against the White Sox. I mean, Murakami's out lineup, which hurts from a strikeout upside, but Gavin can go and strike out 12 in any start. I think some part of me, from a term perspective, what's he going to be doing?
And it's probably
11% owned.
Looking at this, some of the most dangerous bats on the White Sox right now, they're lefties like Montgomery. And surprisingly enough, Gavin's been better against lefties. And maybe it's just a small sample, and it's probably going to regress. Yeah. But that's interesting, right? So maybe he mitigates some of that damage. But like I said, I'll mention his name. Kyle Bradish is cheaper than Gavin, and he's against the Angels late, and he's coming off a wonderful strikeout performance, and we know his underlines were good. So for me, it's just and 111 and some single entry stuff, it's easily just going to be Bradish over Gavin for me. It's pretty cut and dry. I think Gavin just carries too much risk, and I think Bradish is just much safer. But let's get our next game with the Diamondbacks, the Fighting Mary Kelly's on the mound, and then Cardinals. I think it's Palante. Let me just confirm. Yeah, Palante. Palante's underlines are good. I mean, I don't want to play him, right? But he mitigates damage. He has a low strikeout rate, so I probably won't play Andre. Definitely not playing Merrill Kelly. I don't know why you consider him as SPT. The Cardinals have been so good lately. And it seems pretty sustainable, right? It just seems like their lineup up and down is pretty pesky. So I really don't want to play any pitcher against him right now.
Yeah.
Jordan Walker strikes out the most in their lineup, but it's only 25%. That's not egregious. I mean, there's teams with multiple guys over 30%. So for me, it's just like I'm not playing Merrill Kelly in this spot. A game where if it blew up, I would totally get how that happened, but it won't be a game I'm on the slate. So for pass play, it's going to be a pass game. But I totally see the merit in playing a sneaky Cardinal stack. Merrill Kelly still has the name, not quite the arm to go along with.
But we've seen one or two promising starts. Yes, dude. The on the whole, it's been horrible. But like I think he does have 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, and 1 earned run in the bag, and that's like
he's been better than Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen's been by all metrics the worst pitcher in the NL. That's not up for debate. Like by all numbers, he's the worst pitcher in the NL this year, man. And he's only 30. I didn't think he would fall off the age cliff this quickly, but the guy's been absolutely.
Dude, I hold some best ball bags of Zach Gallen. I believe someone this. I'm like, oh, he's cheap SP3. Like I mean, it's like not. I mean, like SP3 for his team. Not SP3 in rankings, but like.
Yeah, dude, he's getting lit up. You just can't play him right now. Yeah. And I think Merrill Kelly's better than that for sure.
I think so too. You have to consider
something's going on in that pitching room, and these guys just, if they were on better teams, they wouldn't be in the rotation anymore. Merrill would, but Gallen surely would not be. So
I do think there's a little merit to Merrill here. So I think I'm gonna ride with like 1 or 2 shares. It's tough. I may talk myself out by the end of the night. I mean, it's 150, so we have time for me to convince myself that this is a horrible idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I just think by the numbers, there's no reason. The Cardinals are good enough, and they're like I said, Jordan Walker at 25% at the high strikeout on their team. They just don't strike out a lot either. So it's like
with that said, if I don't play Merrill Kelly, I'll avoid. I think to your point, Palante's a decent pitcher, like not a good DFS pitcher. I think Merrill Kelly has the better DFS upside, but also shaky. So like you're kind of splitting it 50-50 there. So I'm gonna lean towards like if I play anything, it'll be like a share of Merrill Kelly. Outside of that, I'm gonna avoid that.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the Colorado Bonanza here. We have the Red Sox visiting the Rockies. Bennett on the mound for the Red Sox. Feltner for the Rockies. Feltner's underlines are horrible. I remember last year I played the guy to get a win in a spot, and they were up like 6-1. He was coasting. I mean, the guy comes in, the closer. It wasn't even a closer yet. Like 6 when they blew the lead. I think it just lost me several stacks there. It's just like I bet. First of all, why did I bet Feltner to win? Bad bet, right?
Yeah.
But then he's cruising the wins. He went 7 innings and gave up 1, feeling good, and they blow a 6-run lead. I mean, they blow a 5-run lead. They score 6. They lose the game. Good riddance. But anyway, Felter's not good.
There's on the other side of that the other day though. Like you gotta pay back there.
Oh yeah, I did get a payback there.
Yeah, and I think yours was a bigger come from behind.
The Giants were down 10. They were down 10 and they scored 10 in the 8th and the 9th.
Dude, can't even. That will happen maybe once you do.
Dude, that's to put the phone away, turn the game off. I'll see you later. And then open up the account and you're like, what happened here?
Yeah.
What was I blessed with?
Sometimes I'll lose a bet and I'll still think that maybe they reverse the outcome.
Yeah. The funniest thing I ever did is a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I remember this.
The UFC card. I had a giant parlay and they raised the wrong guy's hand. And I was watching, I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like, remember the judges scored that. And then they had to bring the other guy back out there to raise the guy's hand. In the midst of that, I'm watching it live. I just cash out. It was like, I think in the bet for a couple $1,000 and cash out like $1,700. And he had obviously clearly lost, but they had scored him the winner originally. And DraftKings left the payout up there. Silly DraftKings. Watch the fights. But yeah, that was so funny. I was like, dude, that's a gift from the heavens.
Remember the all-time bad beat?
I'm not watching that. I'm like, okay, my guy won, but I'm watching the fight. Like, dude, there's no way he won. And I think they just raised the wrong. It's like, some fights are robberies, but it was just like so clear.
It was
like
very clearly. Yeah.
Even like 30-27. It wasn't even a split. It was like, okay, 30-27. They just Bruce Buffer read the wrong guy's name. Anyways,
dude, the all-time bad beat. Remember we were watching Bulgarian and we had that parlay. It was the last leg, and he was like a minus 250 favorite. Remember, we're just watching him,
dude.
And he's cooked him in the first. He 10-8'd him in the first, and then he just completely died. And then I think it ended up being a draw, right? Like it was with Christian Rodriguez, I think, who just fought this past weekend, who was actually pretty good.
Only good against. He's only good against prospects, but nevertheless. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just like those are the beats. That's where for the love of the game, you're gonna get bounces and it's gonna bounce through your legs and off the hoop, hit you in the back of the head. Like that's what happens sometimes. But in this game, I like the Sox. If I had a favorite side, it'd be the Sox. I think Bennett's pretty good as a prospect. I don't think Feltner's any good. That being said, this is a game where I know it's gonna get ownership 12.5 over under. Great weather. If I want to get a little different, maybe I just fade this and play the Brewers and play the Cleveland the Guardians there. But yeah, for sure, Durant in this park seems like he's a triple waiting to happen. So, especially in this park. So obviously contrast hits the ball hard. Wilmer. I really don't want to play any of these scrubs though. To be honest, I want a good bat profile, even so in Coors. So for me, it's going to be focused on those guys. It won't be a 5-man Boston stack by any means tonight. Probably looking more 5-man Brewers. But for me, obviously, Red Sox are going to play. Rockies are going to play. No one's going to tell you anything different. It's 12.5 over under. For me, though, it's going to be one-sided, and it's going to be the Red Sox, or it's going to be a fade in this game. Just hope it just, is 5-3, 5-4, nothing crazy. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I see. I think I'm a little bit different with you. I think, maybe fade the Red Sox. Feltner's okay. Like, he had some pedigree at some point. Like, he's not that good, but I think, I'm on the side fade the Sox, I think, because they could be higher on than Milwaukee. But I think Colorado's going to be lower. I think Colorado is going to come in like the 4th or 5th highest owned team on the slate. And whenever you get Coors at low ownership, like I like it. I mean, there's 3 guys in particular I like. I love Cole Carring. Like, he's been ripping the cover of the ball. He's a power steal guy too. Like, he's more on the steal side. He's quick, but he's got a little pop. And then Hunter Goodman out of positional. Like, he could be the best catcher. When I look at, like, how do I win this? It's like, Goodman could put up 32 in this spot, and he may probably, like, he could come in 8-9% owned. Like, I don't think he'll be, like, crazy high owned here. And then Willie Castro's the other guy who's just been – he's been so phenomenal lately, and I like him a lot. I think –
dude, whose best ball bags are packed with Castro is this guy. Like,
dude, me too. I love it.
I wasn't sure where he'd play in the team.
I thought he was going to be outfielder. I drafted him as an outfielder. He was an outfielder. If you remember Underdog, he was an outfielder for, like, the entire ADP. And, like, I think now he's playing, like, second, third, which is interesting. But, so, like, that 3-stack, talk to me. I think that is a winning combination.
Do you worry about Jake Bennett's numbers being pretty good?
I mean, he's pretty good. But, like, dude, I am the prospect guy. It's like I'm more apt to, like, stack against a prospect just because I feel like these guys, like, it's more up and down. Like, early in your career, it is always more up and down. Jake Bennett is not a ace level prospect, but, like, he's a decent prospect. And so, like, to me, it's like just because, like, they have some early success, I generally speaking, like, these guys go in and get blown up quite often. And, like, he's in Coors tonight. Like, it could be a mess. So I think, Colorado's in play. The 3 guys I mentioned in particular, like, will probably be on every one of my teams, like that 3-man stack. I just think it's the best. I think, like, you can kind of combine that with a 5-man Boston. You can do a 5-man Milwaukee, 5-man Houston. I mean, there's a lot of ways to go.
Yeah. For me, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I just, Denver and these Rockies here, I just don't really enjoy their team overall. I think it's just middling bats at best. So if I can fade Coors in any sense of the word, I'm going to fade Coors. Yeah. But let's jump to the next game. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You have a 12.5 over under. You want to play it. So this is a game I do want to get a pitcher from. Orioles visiting the Angels. I know it's a good hitter's park, but Kyle Bradish just looks good. I really like his profile. Yeah. We know we were bags were packed early on him. I really like him a lot. And we have Sam Aldeheady.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta learn how to say his name. He's okay. He's not special.
I don't think you need to learn how to say his name. No offense.
He pitches enough. I mean, he's okay. He's okay. I'm not gonna be playing the Orioles here, but I totally get if you wanted to play them in this spot. I won't be. But yeah, for me, Kyle Bradish is kind of, as price adjusted, my favorite pitcher on today's slate. We know the Angels strike out. We know Trout's out of the lineup. I mean, Zach Neto's been a monster. He's been, I think, 18 home runs, 17 home runs. The guy has no batting average and strikes out 32% of the time.
Yeah.
The guy for a power hitting shortstop, you can't get much better than that. Yeah. So I do enjoy that a good bit. Other than that, it's just a pass in this game. Going to be Bradish and then moving on from me. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love Bradish is I wish Rogers would also like find the form that Bradish has found, because I think Rogers has the same upside that Bradish does, but we just haven't seen on Rogers. I need Rogers to pick it up for best ball, something severe. But yeah, I like Bradish a lot. Like he's a guy like I just kind of overlooked when I first broke down the site. But yeah, to your point, like we've seen the best Bradish here recently. I think we're just like we gotta play him now. He's affordable. Like he could get to 9K in this spot. The Angels strike out a lot. To your point, like even their best bats strike out. But dude, the team I looked at when I opened the slate was like Baltimore stood out to me. Like Allegretti, like is not very good, and like the Angels is like low key when it gets warm is low key good hitting park, and like those guys for Baltimore have been picking it up quite a lot. So like I think like Baltimore's like comes into me. It's like Milwaukee, Colorado, Baltimore. Like that's what if I'm ranking offenses on the slate, that's kind of how I feel. Milwaukee, Baltimore. I mean, yeah, Milwaukee, the Rockies, and then Baltimore. Like I think Baltimore is very interesting. Like they could make a team today. They could put up multiple. This is like a double-digit run performance spot. And like the Angels bullpen's bad too. It's like this is a bad team. Like you can see Zach Neto throwing pitches to Baltimore tonight. Like that's a I know like hot take, but like you could just see some nastiness out there. That's it though. I mean nothing else to add from that game.
No, but like Sam's underlines aren't terrible though. I mean you say that, but the profile is not bad. I know
it's not good. It's not good though. Like
it's not good. That means the Angels' 16th prospect. We know that farm system is not good. I'm just looking at some of his other numbers. You know, he's been in the bigs, nothing great.
Yeah, look at 2025, dude. Like, we're talking about like
the only thing to notice is barrel and hard hit rate is pretty low.
Interesting, pretty low. Yeah, barrel rate is pretty low, which is like
so that kind of like you're like maybe I don't want to stack against that, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. Look, obviously a fly ball guy, which he doesn't play in a part that is conducive to hitting. But yeah, for me, Bradish pass. I know you like the O's. I might see you on 111 with those, but let's move to the last game of the slate. We have.
I mean, real quick, the O's or Houston though. Like, it just makes so much more sense to play the O's here against.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you play Houston over the Orioles, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, Dylan Cease is arguably the best pitcher on the slate. You know, from like a real life standpoint too. Like, if he gives up 3 runs, it's not going to help you one bit. But last game of the slate, we have Grant Holmes versus Michael King. Michael King's broken. Grant Holmes' underlines are horrible. Yeah. But it's a great pitcher's park. I mean, you can get contrarian here and, you know what, stack this game. No one's going to have a late night hammer, this and that. But for me, I'm just not going to do it. No. 2 of the best bullpens in the game. I think right now on paper, the 2 best bullpens in the game. So I just don't know why I would even go to the spot. Going to be a complete fade for the late hammer. But what are your thoughts?
Dude, I'm with you. From a watching enjoyment standpoint, too, it's like I'm on vacation at the beach. I want to play the early games. But also, like, and sometimes I do that, and I'm like, shit, I should have not done that. I should have paid attention to, like, what the late games were. But, like, this game is a complete cross. I just don't see, like, some of the best. I mean, like, the Braves are always interesting, but it's, like, not a great park. Like, King hasn't been good, but I still believe that, like, he's okay. Like, he's better than average, right? So it's, like, an avoid spot for me. And I'll be happy with it because I don't have to watch. I mean, like, I love the Braves, but, like, I'm not up late watching games. So, nothing else to add, man. I think, I like it. I like that I've walked through this because there was questions I had that I've answered myself. With your Eric Lauer may be one of those answers. I don't know.
The question you had that you should never answered yourself is Houston versus Cease. Like, if you get excited when they score 3 runs in the first, you'll be excited no longer when they score.
This is what's going to happen. Cease is going to have 7 Ks through 3 innings. You're like, I am an absolute idiot. It's like that's the more likely scenarios. Cease is giving up 1 hit and striking out 7 by the end of the 3rd. Like that is a more likely scenario than Houston sack wins. But there's
good luck, man. If you don't take it down, I hope I do. Or if I don't take it down, I hope you do. Really, it's the reverse order.
Who's more likely? Who's more likely? If we're just stacking our team, probably me.
Who won the most recently? You. But
no, I'm saying. I mean, the large field stuff is like, it's hard. I think, dude, it's just like you have to have the perfect storm of things happen to win.
That's the game we play, baby.
Yeah, you have to
it's hard, but someone's got to win. That's what you say. Someone's got to win.
Someone's got to win, dude. Yeah. Someone's got to win, dude. Even when I'm in last, I'm like, someone's got to win. Someone's has come from here before.
I think the most impressive thing I've ever done is just like get dead last. Well, like I wasn't duping. I scored 49 points and I got 500 plays out of 500 people in 888.
That's the most embarrassing thing ever. Is because like you work, you spend hours a day, like researching, listening to podcasts. You spend hours. Like no, I mean it's 3 to 4 hours a day at least of content that you're taking in some way around some sport. And to get last is so embarrassing.
Sometimes it's like, you know what? I'd rather get dead last. Like I made my stand because then I know if in an alternate universe somewhere that won, you know, it's like it's not binary. It's like what happens in an individual slate is not what always was going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like small things that happen. It's like, you know, it cascades. So it's not like,
dude, I do feel like whenever losses, like whenever it's like a pitcher that I have that's playing bad, it's like
Wendy C's caddy, what is his name? Big Wave Dave was like, good process. Like that's exactly what you want to be.
Who said that?
Big Wave Dave, Wyndham's caddy, and everyone's kind of joking on, the U.S. Open, like, oh, like, why is he saying? But it's like, it's the truth, man. Good process. You want process. Like, results will come if you have a good process.
Dude, I was impressed with Wyndham Clark, dude. He showed stuff.
So if you build a team with 9 players from 9 different teams, bad process.
Yeah, bad process. Yeah, the result could be good.
If you play the Astros 5-man tonight, bad process.
Yeah,
like,
and then you could hold it from the native area, right? Like, that is a outcome that's a bad process led you to the native area, and you can hold it from that.
That's what's funny. Like when I see guys that when they Vic lap things that just had such a small percent chance of happening, and they happened, and they won, and their pockets are full. Good, but because that rare outcome's rare. It's rare for a reason. It's not gonna. It's
devil's advocate here, though. Devil's advocate is like, dude, but that is best ball $2 million for like that is the rarest of outcomes. Like, yeah, you do the work. Like we've spent. I mean, you're talking like hundreds of hours of content around like best ball, right? It's like. But at the end of the day, it's like you need some component of luck to get there. Like but
baseball is also like it's inherently risky, right? As far as like what you're betting on to happen. So like guys like Jack Beck, who I heard someone on the pod like the other day was like 67% Jerry Judy. Like that's kind of my similar stance as Jack Beck. The very last round is you take that as risk for high upside. But in a single entry, like what I'm looking for in 888 or something high dollar, I'm looking for likely outcomes that will be lower owned, right? Yeah. Like I don't want the most likely outcome because it's going to be the highest owned, right? I want likely outcomes that could be lower owned. And that's what I'm looking for.
Uniqueness is the word there.
Yeah, but unique in it with the right structurally structurally built, right? It's like you can be unique by just playing 9 players from 9 different teams. But I wouldn't say that uniqueness gives you an advantage, right?
No. Another uniqueness strategy is leaving salary, which is like again not the best tool, depending on the sport. Like
I just don't think in baseball generally it matters to leave salary, right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at all. I think it was crazy, dude. Last week, did you see the millionaire, like the Millie Maker, the $25 was chopped like 5 ways, I think 4 ways, 5 ways.
Was it really?
Yeah. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't do my my postmortem.
Yeah. It was chopped quite. Like, I mean, congrats! Like everyone, like a little, like almost $300,000, which is amazing. But like, it was interesting that team was chopped. When I look at it, it's like I see some stuff. Some stuff I'm like,
I'm looking at it now.
Dustin Johnson to me was like is a bad process play. But like, I'm saying that to someone that just made $300,000. Like, nothing I saw from Dustin Johnson was. Dylan, did you see anything good from Dustin Johnson that warranted playing him? Like, I didn't see anything at all, right? I was like, this is good. And he showed signs of, I guess, like
it's that he's played Shinnecock before, played Shinnecock okay before. Simply that.
There has to be some case for it, right? He did well. And I think Keith Mitchell was on that team too, which is surprising. Keith Mitchell never really shows up at these major tournaments and like played his ass off. He played great.
Yeah, what's funny about that team too is like which is so funny, and you could have easily done this, is the winner obviously had sorry, I'm talking about that. You know what? Did the winner have Scheffler?
I think so, right?
You know what's crazy about this team is I'm just examining it. They're different teams. They just scored the same amount of points.
Really?
Yeah. One had Scheffler, one had Rory. And I'm just looking at, people had Dustin, the guy.
Dude, how crazy.
Brian XLL. That's just unlucky. But, if we're looking at just an optimal build, I mean, one guy did have Dustin Johnson. I mean, Tom Kim was on none of those teams. Yeah, he was on the second place team, but a Tom Kim over Dustin Johnson there feeds families because he scored 30 more points. So obviously not the optimal build. In golf, it's never that way. The optimal build.
Dude, but tell me this. I played Tom Kim 100 times out of 100 over DJ. Like, it just, to me,
it would have been the right play.
But I just don't know how someone gets to DJ there, right? Like, and like maybe this is just not.
They get to DJ because DJ has a pedigree of 7 years ago being the top.
But he just looks up. So is Cam Smith, dude. Look at Cam Smith, man. The guy is just not good at golf anymore. Like, he's okay at golf. I can't say he's not good at golf.
I'll never forgive Chris Goddard. I'll say the story time and time again. I bet him the week before.
That was such a sweat.
The British Open, he got second. And I bet Cam Smith to win the Open. I bet a perfect Goddard win, Cam Smith win. Cam Smith comes back and win. Goddard got second. There's nothing worse, and that was for I think 72K. Man, there's nothing worse when that happens. But I don't know if we'll do a golf putt. I know you're at the beach this week. We'll jump back on and do some baseball tomorrow. But Ben James, if you haven't bet Ben James yet to win the Travelers, Ben James, I think is
real quick. I sent you.
I think he's 240 to 1.
Yeah,
Ben James is to win the Travelers Championship by 4 strokes.
He could. I mean, by 4 strokes. By 4 strokes is absurd. You got Scotty Scheffler in the field.
He's gonna put Scotty Scheffler's dick in the ground. He's gonna.
This is the boldest take in the history of golf. Like
it's probably the most emboldened I've ever. I mean, I have Ben James tied to so much.
Scotty Scheffler should just come beat you up for saying that, dude. Break down the team I sent you. I have Ben James and Scotty. I just what I saw last week from Ben James as well. He's had 2 tournaments here, and this doesn't matter. But the kids always talked about winning the Travelers. Played in that area a lot. Knows it. And the Travelers are very straightforward. And you know what I want in my golfers? I want ball strikers. The kid's just a ball striker, right? And like putts will fall. But this week at the Travelers, you need ball strikers. And I know we're talking about baseball today, but this is a fun chance to take on. It's not where the cream is going to rise to the top here. It's going to be you can have guys that are long shots to win. It is a signature event, so there's no cut here. So betting a guy like Ben James at a number 240 to 1 was great ball striking last week at the U.S. Open. I think he topped 20, maybe 17th is what I saw. Really doesn't matter. It just shows me the kid has game. He's not scared of the big tournament. A signature event. Listen, let me just give you these 6 guys real fast. These are the 6.
I saw.
Scheffler, there's obviously one of the best ball strikers in the world. I think
earlier
this year he won at 30. If this course is gettable, he could get. Alex Smalley, he's a guy I think you may like as well. So 2 weeks ago, dude, he was the creme de la creme. He was ball striker, the best ball striker outside of Scotty Scheffler. And the last 2 weeks have been shaky, but I'm interested here. This is a ball striker paradise. If he does get back to that form 2 weeks ago, he could be top 5 in here. Aaron Ryan, I know you like. Aaron Ryan's a good fit. I think he's a guy. And I don't. Okay, shaking his head. Okay, lost you that one. Ben Griffin, guys, say on Ben Griffin. Dude,
Ben Griffin had a great U.S. Open too. He's fine.
He looked great, dude. And
listen, this as they say.
Okay, two more guys. Eric Cole, how do you feel about him?
I know there's some buzz around him. He hits his irons really well. I have a guy on my team that's similar to him. As I say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So once again, you saw the Millie, multiple different teams up there. Yeah. Just to close, I'm kind of looking at golf. I'm definitely not playing Scheffler this week, and this is going to be my focus here. Is going to be definitely James. He's my winner. It's probably the largest outright I bet on someone 240 to 1. I think I put a whole unit on him, win 24K. But for me, it's guys like I'm looking for that 150 and in range. You need to be accurate. You need to be in the fairway. You need to be 150 and in, be very good there. So these are just, I'm going back to the Fitzies. Both Fitzies, very good. Look in the model. They fit great. Love Gerard, 7K. Too cheap for a guy like this. Pure ball striker.
Yeah.
Ludwig Aber, just another guy. Super accurate, 150 in, amazing fit. And then the last onesie here. It's Justin Thomas or Russell Henley. This is for the 888. Maybe if I do 2, I have them both. But Justin Thomas, Russell Henley, both amazing iron players. Like that a bunch. It'll probably be JT. We're looking for scores. Russell Henley's a little bit more of a hardcore fit. Like them both a lot here. But yeah, for me, definitely looking more of these iron play buckets. I don't really care what you look like with the putter here. I need you to be good with your irons. Both Fitz, he's looking very strong in that category, especially that young Fitz. Man, he is special with the short iron. So
looks great. He's a competitor. He's a grinder too.
And it's one of those things. I'm not a Gerard guy. I know you're a Gerard guy, but this spot, another guy he's Ben James.
He's Ben James.
He's Ben James.
I like how you said Ben James' name. I hope he's a
Ben
star.
James. Dude,
I just can tell you're feeling so good about the Ben James pick, and I like.
Dude,
I'm getting good vibes about him. I'm getting good vibes.
It's crazy. I got on and I saw him at 2. I think it was 230 to 1.
You guys excited, dude.
Unit. And then I see his number go down 240 to 1. I'm like, perfect. Let me add some more cash to him. It's just an absolute, and in this field with all the best players in the world, a Siggy, people are not going to go there, and that's just why his number's so ballooned. But if this field was a full field event and you didn't have a lot of these guys playing, he would be much more steamed. I just you never see a guy come out, have these good performances as kind of a young cat and just show kind of premium ball striking. Yeah. But if you look at him, he was a total gainer last week at the U.S. Open in very winning conditions.
That Miles Russell guy also impressed me. 17
Miles Russell got some touch around the green, man. He had one shot stopped so dead on the green, which was sick.
He looks so good, dude. He's 17 years old.
But we're on. Listen, Ed.
Okay.
Multiple way to skin the cat. We'll be playing Scheffler this week. Dude, Parties are going to be like Aberg, those guys. I've seen Aberg. I like JT. JT's one of these spots where we see him get a little wild off the tee. But if he's in the fairway, my man.
I don't hate what you're saying. I know there's similarities between the guys we discussed. We're looking for ball strikers or guys that hit their irons well, but putting to me is not a priority. So Thomas fits that category. Like Thomas could win this thing at 32 under. Like he's a guy.
Yeah, it's like, I'm team as we sit for the 888 would just be, and this is Monday. We're looking way too early. It's just Aberg, Thomas, Fitzy, Gerard, James, and it's just like these guys. Yeah. And that's the thing with
There's a lot of symmetry in that team too. Is that what you're seeing? Yeah, there's a lot of symmetry in that team.
Too much symmetry. All right, we gotta jump off. That's baseball for Rob.
Okay. Dude,
you guys are all welcome to have second place tonight. I'll be taking first place. And I'll be back on.
You're feeling so confident, dude. I'll
be back on the victory lap. I mean this. Like, we've had a couple 100K weeks. This is I'm not looking in your cup. I'm looking at my cup. It's going to be a full cup this week. It's going to be 500. It's going to be half a this week. Dude, a couple of GPP wins. It's something in the. It smells like it's going to rain. There's that moisture in the air. Yeah. It's about to be raining all week. So
I like the comments. Well, dude, get to skinning, sir. Get to skinning because
I gotta actually do some work.
All right,
we'll be in touch.
All right, bye.
All right, later.